What's up, YouTube? What is up, everybody? So with the market at all-time highs right now, I'm going to show you a setup that you can trade with the trend. We've obviously been trending the last week, 2 weeks actually, and this is how you trade it. So this is basically how you buy the dip. This is buying the dip. This is called my trending buy setup, okay? And right here you can see we're looking at putting in higher lows and then buying the dip. That's exactly what we want to do with this model. And this is a great model to trade, especially in trending markets. Now, you can only trade it in trending markets. That's the thing about this model. It's a with trend trade, okay? A with trend entry model. So again, trending buy setup, it speaks for itself, right? A buy setup, we're looking to long the trend. So I'm going to jump down onto the charts here and we'll just go over it. So it's not super complicated, but it's such a good setup to trade. So first off, let's just look on the 1 hour time frame, and we can see the market's obviously been trending. Don't mind these levels, like you guys know I'm a level trader. I got all kinds of key levels on my chart, right? So obviously right now the market is trending higher, okay? Low, high, low, high, low, high, right? So basically support, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. The market is trending to the upside, right? So we can clearly see that. So we're at all-time highs right now. We don't want to just be shorting the top, right? Unless you have some key levels that are really good key levels and you know how to trade them, then you can be shorting at all-time highs. But if not, you want to wait for a pullback and buy the dip and continue with trend, okay? Continue the with trend move. So we're obviously trading with the trend. So let's jump down to the 5-minute time frame here, and I'll show you exactly how I would trade these trending buy setups, okay? So right here, you can see we've kind of put in the support kind of by my level here, right? We have this support here. Now we have another low, and the market's not getting below this area right here. We have a bottom right here, and this is at 1 a.m. So this is at the London trading session. Now, if I zoom in, you can see we're starting to continue that trend to the upside, right? Higher low, higher low, higher low. So this is how you trade it. You wait until we have a pullback. So let's just zoom into this area right here, and you can see the market moves up and we have a pullback right here, right? That's our pullback. So once we establish that pullback, we look for support, right? We look for support. Right here, we can tell buyers are stepping in. So when you see that, this becomes our signal bar right here. A signal bar. And this becomes our entry bar. Okay, so let's just zoom that in a little bit. Make sure you guys can see it real good. So we got the signal bar and the entry bar. Now the signal bar is the candle that signals us that there's a trade coming. Okay, now there's all kinds of signal bars, but what makes it a signal bar is when the entry bar crosses that signal bar high. And I know it's kind of weird saying that, but what makes it the signal bar is the entry bar. And you can see why, right? Like if this candle right here, this big candle right here doesn't cross that high, then we most likely will continue lower. Okay, but it doesn't do that. It crosses that candle high, showing us that the dip right here, buyers are stepping in. The dip has been bought, right? So the signal bar signals us that there's a trade coming, and the entry bar is where we take our entry. Now the entry is when we cross that signal bar high. So right there, that signal bar high, you can see that high. So this would be our entry right there, and our target would be these highs up here. Now obviously that's a 90-point candle right there. We can aim for these all-time highs, but I'm the kind of trader that's going to just take 50, 60 points and then set my stop to break even, right? So when this candle comes up, pushes past this high, that's our trade right there. Now, realistically, this is where I would take some profits at this high right here. Okay? And that's it. Anything else is extra. Now let's just keep going, and you can see there's another trending buy setup. We'll go through this whole chart and just look for them, right? So even right here. So here's a trending buy setup, okay? And let's jump down to the 2 minute, actually, because you can see them clear on the 2 minute. So beautiful. Here's a trending buy setup. So right here, there's one right in here, right? We have a pullback right there, okay? We have our signal bar right there. We then have an entry bar right here. Now look at all these pullbacks here, or all these down closed candles. Sorry, look at all these down closed candles. Look at how none of them get closed above the prior candle high. Do we all see that? Right? So this is just the market dipping. This is the market dipping to the downside. None of these highs get closed above. Not even this one. Not one single high gets closed above. So we don't just randomly buy right here because there's no bottom formed, there's no signal bar, and there's no entry bar. And this shows how the entry bar and signal bar work, right? So then notice how we find a bottom. The market right here, let's just move these out of the way a little bit. Can't seem to get on that. There we go. There it is. Beautiful. Let's get this one out of the way. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I just like to see the charts clear. So none of these highs, this candle doesn't clear this high. 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 There's no signal bar and no entry. Till we get here, the market finds support. Okay, the market finds support. Then we clear this candle high right there. The entry bar clears this candle high. We can clearly see that, right? So then where's our entry? Our entry is on the entry bar when we cross the signal bar high. So right here, there's our entry. Boom. Now our target, I would just be targeting this right away. And then our stop, you can put it below the entry bar or below the signal bar. Obviously we had some downside there, but this is a great with trend move. So you can just ride this all the way up, right? And I usually have you can have a hard stop below the signal bar, or when the entry bar closes, you can put your stop below that. But I kind of have like a 40, 50 point stop mostly anyways, just the way I trade. I'm just sized properly for that. But most of the time you can get a really, really tight stop on this, the way the candles form. So that's it right there. It's not a super complicated setup. It's just how you trade the trend. Now let's just go through and look even right here, right? Boom, right here. So we have a nice pullback. Where's our pullback? Right here. We push up. There's our pullback. That 2 minute candle, right? This 2 minute candle. So this candle right here finds support, right? Boom. We find support right here. Then the next candle, this one here, crosses that signal bar high. So that top of that wick right there. And then there's our entry right here. Boom. Where's our target? These highs right there. This, you can see, you can have a super tight stop right below the signal bar. So there you go. That's it, really. It's not super complicated, and it's the best way to trade with trend. I'm telling you right now, with trend moves, it's the best way to trade. So look at how many opportunities there is in here. Right here, okay? Pullback. We find support. Where's your entry? Right there. Boom, there's a scalp to the upside. Another one right here, right? Where's our entry? Right here. Boom, scalp to the upside. Super tight stop. You know, like it's not a super complicated system to trade. And they're trending buy setups. And if you are in my trading community, I do have PDF guides that map this out completely. So you can, you know, have a guide, a checklist to go over it while you're trading. But that's really it. That's really it. And if we actually, let's just zoom out on any time frame here. I'm just going to show you. Let's just go to the 15 minute. Okay. So if you like higher time frames, look at. Now that we look at this structure, where's all our entries? We have so many solid entries right here. There's the dip, right? Where's our entry? Right here. Going over the structure, we clear that candle high. Boom. Right there. There's a trade. Super tight stop. Below the signal bar. Where's another entry? Right here. This is a nice one. We clear the high. Right? Right here. That candle high. There's the bottom. This candle crosses above that candle high. That triggers our entry. Right here. There's our entry. Right there. There's our target. This would have been nice. This would have been a really nice trade up to all-time highs, right? So super simple setup, trending buy setups. We only trade them with trend. You know, if you are in the community, reach out. I can send you the free PDF guide to this so then you have it to look at, because right now with all-time highs, trending buy setups are probably the most efficient and easiest trading strategy there is. It's all about buying the dip. If you know how to buy the dip, if you have this model, you're set.